sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
Along came love.
There has been a tragedy, sweetheart. What happened?
You repay me by taking the love of my life away from me. There's no point in being a good man in this life.
They are good people. They really didn't deserve this.
You don't exist! You don't exist!
However hard you try to deny it, I know it was you.
Along came love.
Along Came Love, in association with Blue Band Peanut Butter.
Pata 50% extra credo bila expiry ya kupiga na ku-SMS across networks. Piga star 444 star scratch card pin hash, na kama ni M-Pesa star 444 star 2 hash. Safaricom for you.
Chuka University is the ultimate choice. With the state-of-the-art learning facilities, comprehensive curricula, you are guaranteed to achieve your career dreams. Our vibrant student clubs will nurture you holistically. Join our September intake and experience world-class training. Chuka University. Knowledge is wealth.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Ukiambiwa 1 plus 2, 10 marks. Huwezi andika 3.
Hebu fanya ujinga, uvae jeans, t-shirt na kofia. Uingie kwa gari, makanga akuitishe fare, umwambie nitakupea tukishuka. Unasikianga? Dondoa moja dere.
Wear your mask and maintain social distance always, and sneeze or cough into your elbow. Book your ticket online via iAbiri and use our cashless payment options to play your part to win the COVID-19 war.
Oh my, oh my, oh my days. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Life is wonderful. Never understood. Never understood. Life can be this good.
Along came love.
There has been a tragedy, sweetheart. What happened?
You repay me by taking the love of my life away from me. There's no point in being a good man in this life.
They are good people. They really didn't deserve this.
You don't exist! You don't exist!
However hard you try to deny it, I know it was you.
Along came love.
Along Came Love, in association with Blue Band Peanut Butter.
This is NTV.
Good afternoon. Welcome to a 1 o'clock news update. My name is Mark Masai, and being a Sunday, today we'll start at the pulpit. Churches reopened for the first Sunday following the lift of the ban on communal worship. While most church leaders have expressed discontent on the guidelines set by the government to control the contagion during the gradual reopening of the country, some churches seem to be making lemonade from lemons.
The reopening of churches appears to have kicked off slowly, with the churches being strict on adhering to the guidelines set by the Ministry of Health. First, the faithful are expected to properly sanitize their hands and submit to temperature checks at the entrances. Cleanliness is next to godliness, they say, and so the church has to be sanitary as well. The seating arrangement observes physical distancing, which different churches have achieved by adopting different methods. The guidelines may have caused the low numbers in some churches because it limits persons above the age of 58, those with underlying health conditions, children under the age of 13, and by extension their parents. Also, there is a limit of a maximum of 100 people for every service that ought not extend past 1 hour. Enthusiastic praise and worship was witnessed at the Redeemed Gospel churches in Runyenjes, Embu County, as the faithfuls rejoiced over the end of the ban. But while they relished in the lemonade squeezed from the lemons handed to them by an unforeseen pandemic, there are those who are still grappling with the guidelines, as witnessed yesterday in Molo, Nakuru County.
Hawa watu wa miaka 58 kwenda juu hawajakatazwa ndani ya basi, hawajakatazwa kuingia katika mahoteli, na wengine hata wanaingia katika mabaa na hata sokoni na mahali pengine public places hawajakatazwa, hata kwenye maziko hawajakatazwa. Lakini kwa nini kanisa tu lipo wamekatazwa? Na sidhani ya kwamba tu kwa kanisa tu lipo wanaweza ambukizwa maradhi haya ya corona.
Mabaa wanakaa huko na mpaka usiku yote. Kwa masoko wanauza mchana wote. Kwa magari ni mchana wote. Na ni kwa nini kanisa linapewa muda kiasi hiyo? Na ili hali sisi ndio tunaongea mambo ya binguni.
Tuko na maombi ya kwanza, tuko na maombi ya pili, tuko na worship, tuko na praise, tuko na ushuhuda, tuko na mahubiri, tuko na kuombea mahitaji. Mbona sasa imekuwa ya kwamba hatuwezi pata hiyo nafasi?
Jine tunaona wanapewa muda mrefu, lakini kanisa ni kana kwamba huko ndio corona inalala. Hiyo tumekataa, hiyo ni mbaya.
The debate may be one that will continue for some time, as some residents remain cautious, opting to stay away at least for this first Sunday.
Church utakuta wengine wanalewa mpaka na Roho Mtakatifu, bandera ya Roho Mtakatifu, na hapo ndipo watatuweka kwa jamu. Sasa tunataka wapewe nafasi tu, wao wajichunguze. Wakiona tuko sawa, sisi watu tuende tushikane, wanabiashara na watu ambao ni wa public health, tuende we go tukague hizi premises.
The number of new coronavirus infections continue to rise, with Kenya having recorded 688 new infections yesterday, the highest number so far. And so, that people ought to be cautious goes without saying. Charity Mwangi, NTV.
And just to sample the activity at the churches or in the churches, we started by looking around the city here in Nairobi, and Helen Aura has paid a visit to some of the places of worship. And what have you witnessed?
Well, Mark, we're at the Shrine of Mary at Upper Hill, and since the reopening protocols have been taken here, strict protocols and strict measures have actually been adhered to here at the Shrine of Mary at Upper Hill. Once at the gate, everyone's temperature is indeed taken. And just to make sure that everyone's temperature is normal, there's a doctor on standby just in case anyone's temperature has lapsed. And there is also a medical tent which has been set up within the compound just in case anyone falls sick or just in case anything that requires medical attention is necessary. There are also different water points at different stations, as you can see, just to ensure once you've parked your vehicle and you're intending to come in for the mass, you wash your hands properly. And everyone is actually guided on how to wash their hands, because you're just not going to wash your hands as the usual. You have to wash your hands in between the fingers as required. And then once after cleaning and washing of your hands, you step in. There's a registration process, a registration desk. Once you get to the registration desk, you register your number, your name, and you're also given and at that particular point, you're also given a seat number. What this means is that when you enter inside the building, there's places in order to adhere to the social distance rule. Their seats, every seat is marked. So what the particular number that you get, that's the particular place where you're going to sit. And one of the things which also we've been informed by the church is that after each and every mass, they ensure they have fumigated. They ensure that they fumigate the whole building just to ensure they keep the sanitary levels up to par. I'm also joined by Father Abel Njeru. Father, what does this mean? Right now, I know this is a totally different experience as the body of Christ. What is the outlook for church right now?
The outlook of the church right now is that yes, indeed, it is not the ordinary, it is not the usual time, but it is the time when the church becomes a beacon of hope for humanity. Drawing from the scriptures, we know that there are moments when also the world faced the same things. From the time of slavery in Egypt, the more they were oppressed, the more they were suppressed, the more they increased in number. So the church thrives even in difficult times like this. Okay. Yes, we are concerned about the safety and the security of every human person. At the same time, we do not feel like we are totally vanquished. We feel it is a time of raising our hope.
Okay. And how many masses do you have right now as a church? Is it the usual or have you increased?
We have increased the number of masses and spaced them also quite enough time. So we have 6 masses this time, beginning from 7 o'clock up to 5 p.m. with 1 hour gap in between the masses, so that we give time for people to check temperature, to wash hands, to observe the protocols, and also to sanitize and clean the whole church before we usher in the congregants.
Okay. And I understand that you're not allowing children below the age of 13, as well as you're not allowing the elderly to come for the masses. Why is this the case?
Well, science is telling us that those are the ages that are most vulnerable, that should they be infected with this virus, then their capacity to fight the virus is minimized, is reduced by their age factor. Okay. And so therefore, they are not coming to churches not because we don't want them to in church, but so that also we secure their life. Okay. We secure their life. Okay. But we feel very much connected with them and we are very concerned. Okay. The moment we call them vulnerable, they need our attention and charity. Okay. Yes.
Thank you so much for your time. Well, Mark, the other thing, just in closing, one of the things that the church has also mentioned is that they are going to use the technology to ensure that instead of going through the registration process, once you get to the church, you can be able to register for a seat online. Then you come in for the service and you'll have your particular seat. Back to you, studio.
These are really interesting times, registering online for your seat in church. And let's see if the picture is any different in Migori, where Bernardo Juang has been on standby and has also tried to visit several churches there. What are the changes that are being put in place that you've witnessed?
Well, Mark, just you've said we are here in Rongo. Remember, immediately after President Uhuru Kenyatta reviewed some of the measures that were put by Ministry of Health as one of the ways of curbing the spread of COVID-19 across the country. Today, we tried visiting some of the churches. We started at Rakwaro Catholic Church. We went to Rongo Catholic Church, and also we are here. What we witnessed here today, the worshippers were urged to carry their sanitizers, and also they were told to carry their mask. Each and every person who was coming across the gate, you have to have your mask, and coming at the gate, they have where they are washing their hands. No one was allowed inside. And inside the church, the chairs were put 1 meter. That 1 meter rule was observed here. And without wasting time, I'll just be talking to one person here. Join me. You started today, and what was the situation?
The members responded well. First, my name is Alaka Samuel. We ensured that we kept the protocols as per the Public Health Ministry proclamations. We ensured that by the entrance, everybody washes their hands, and then we have a registration table where you put all the details of yourself. And then inside, we made sure that people sit at 1.5 meters apart, and everybody had a mask on. And we also restricted clapping of hands and many other things. One of the things that has really affected us is that the number of members that we had today is quite fewer than our usual members, and that psychologically affects us so much, because as a preacher, when you're used to preaching to a big congregation, then suddenly that is constrained. Like today, our church capacity is only 88, and we have over 200 members. That really affected us. But overall, we had a wonderful service today.
Okay, thank you very much, Pastor. Mark, I was speaking to Pastor Laka there of Word of Faith in Rongo town. I remember what they were saying, that it is the limitation of the numbers has really affected them, because them as pastors, they are used to moving, talking to crowd, talking to their congregation. But today, they were forced to stand where they are, and also they are saying that as from today, no church member will be allowed to come to church without putting on mask, without having a sanitizer. And also, whenever you will be inside the church, you have to ensure that you observe the 1 meter rule put by the Minister of Health as one of the ways of curbing the spread of COVID-19. Back to you.
Oh man, thank you for that, Bernardo Juang in Rongo. And yes, as you've seen, the issue or the tradition of, shaking your neighbor's hand in church will now be a thing of the past for the foreseen future. Let's go to a different kind of gathering to Sirisia, where leaders from the western region said to be allied to the Tanga faction associated with the Deputy President William Ruto have converged at the home of the Sirisia Member of Parliament, John Waluke, for prayers. Why? Well, Waluke and his associate Grace Wahungu filed an appeal to fight a combined 2 billion shilling fine. The appeal's hearing begins in a couple of days. Zacchaeus Mwasame has been at the home of the MP, and you can just tell us about the proceedings in the prayer meeting.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. We are coming to you live from the Sirisia MP's home, John Waluke's home here in Sirisia, just at the outskirts of Sirisia town. And like you rightfully mentioned, we have had a meeting here for the Jubilee MPs allied to the Deputy President. We had also MCAs and several leaders, including the former Kakamega Senator Boni Halale, who was tear-gassed yesterday in Vihiga. And their main reason was to, seek for divine intervention to make sure that, they prepare the way for the appeal that is coming up on Tuesday in the Nairobi High Court, to just make sure that the appeal goes through so that the MP who is in custody now could get a reprieve. But again, this team has had some hurdles in terms of meeting. There have been tear-gassed all over. They were tear-gassed in Kakamega. Yesterday, they were tear-gassed in Vihiga. And today, they were saying that they are really happy that they were allowed to meet, at least for some few minutes, to make sure that they have their message go across. But again, they also think maybe through the opening of churches today, they met here in terms of, praising, and they think that that could have allowed the government to give them an opportunity to converge for that matter. But again, now they said they have left this place, they have gone on foot, they are also going to, have some sort of deliberations with the opinion leaders here in this area. But their main purpose, Mark, was to make sure that they put that particular appeal in God's hands, to make sure that the judge who will be presiding over that particular case is, touched by the spiritual move from this. And again, maybe the last thing from me is that what was appealing is that the service was purely led by leaders. Webuye West MP Dan Wanyama was the one in charge of praise and worship. And we also had Bumula MP Mwambumba Bonga as a preacher, and that was very interesting. They said they had not come to do any politics, but to make sure that they put this particular appeal in God's hands. Mark.
Thank you very much, Mosame. And yes, as you've mentioned there, seeking divine intervention and appeal, of course, and perhaps just a word of advice to the people right behind you to perhaps observe some form of social distancing. I see you are actually making that measure yourself of wearing a mask. Thank you for that update. We're looking forward to a more comprehensive piece, as there hasn't been drama, which was the witness or the case yesterday for most of those leaders who've converged at the Sirisia MP's home. Thankfully, they've been given a moment to just pray and pray for divine intervention. A section of newly constructed Mwache Kipevu Road in Mombasa has been closed to the public after the slopes along the road started developing cracks. The southern bypass adjacent to Mombasa International Airport and the standard gauge railway will in the next few weeks undergo maintenance after debris started falling on the highway. The Kenya National Highways Authority says engineers are on site examining the geological phenomenon. NTV's coast reporter Kevin Mutai with the details.
According to the Kenya National Highways Authority, the underground water movement has caused the eruption of soil at sections of the 800-meter stretch of the Kipevu Mwache bypass in Mombasa. Huge cracks started developing, resulting in eruption of rock fragments which have completely blocked one side of the road from the SGR station towards Mombasa Central Business District. Kenha says the road will be temporarily closed to the public to allow for necessary monitoring and engineering interventions by geotechnical experts. The authority says the phenomenon is as a result of moisture ingress and unfavorable surface conditions causing real-time movement of the ground. Motorists have been urged to use alternative routes such as the Miritini Kwa Jomvu Road. The standard gauge railway will be the most affected installation, especially now that services have just resumed after months of closure since the outbreak of the coronavirus pandemic. The road is under the Dongokundu Bypass project, designated by government in 2015 to help ease traffic flow in and out of the port city of Mombasa. Motorists have also been urged to exercise caution while driving along the affected areas of the bypass. Repair works is expected to begin soon after ground movement stops. Kevin Mutai, NTV, Mombasa.
A form of panic has gripped farmers in West Pokot County after desert locusts invaded most of the farms, destroying crops. This week, swarms of the invasive pests have been spotted in Alale in Pokot North and Sigor in Pokot Central sub-counties, posing a threat to food security. Nuru Abdulaziz reports.
This is the magnitude of locust invasion in West Pokot County. Swarms of the invasive pests are already eating crops in the farms. Now the county fears food insecurity due to this invasion.
Hii invasion tumeshuhudia ni kubwa sana. Ni kubwa ambayo hatujawahi shuhudia hapo awali.
The locusts descended on Lokitanyala, Alale, Talam, Mosop, Togomo, Molem, Akiriamet, Kakong, Lomut villages, destroying crops like maize, beans, pasture, and indigenous vegetation known as Sokoria in the area predominantly occupied by pastoralists. Speaking at Kiwawa area, County Executive Member of Pastoral Economy and Agriculture, Geoffrey Lepale, said that more than 30,000 acres of land with crops has been destroyed.
Tulipata kwamba West Pokot County haijaweka katika wale watafaidika kwa Emergency Response on Locust Program, which is funded by World Bank. Na walisema ati West Pokot labda locust hawatafika huku.
They're now urging the government to intervene to ensure that farmers do not lose their crops. Nuru Abdulaziz, NTV.
We'll take a break at this point. I'll leave you with something to expect for tonight. The law is very clear, and as they get high, the law is just as clear. Bar owners and revelers are putting lives at risk of COVID-19 infection for a drink and a shilling. Tonight at 7 and 9 p.m. on NTV, Setolale exposes the acts in the dark of the Babala, which are not sober. Here is a sneak peek of what to expect tonight.
You are not supposed to open a bar.
From outside, it appears as if the national curfew is being effected efficiently. It is party after party.
It's just plain foolish. And when we close them, there is no reopening. You are not supposed to open a bar.
Kwa umbali ama kutoka nje utadhania kwamba amri ya kutoka nje usiku baada ya saa 3 inatekelezwa kulingana na sheria. Ama ukitaka wanasema party after party.
It's just plain foolish. And when we close them, there is no reopening.
Sona moja imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli ili kupambana na maumivu kwa haraka. Sona moja ina aspirin kama kiungo. Sona moja, kitulizo kamili. Maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
Introducing Ndovu Home Baking Flour and Ndovu Maize Meal, now in an attractive new packaging. Ndovu flours are fortified with vitamins and minerals to provide wholesome goodness for the whole family. Milled from a blend of the finest wheat, Ndovu all-purpose flour makes the most delicious chapatis, mandazis and all other pastries. Ndovu is readily available at your nearest shop. Ndovu Tosha.
Tell me you're alright. Joko na dawa.
We are feeding 1,500 every day.
Nikapenda kuserve au maofisa wa polisi.
Nikasema nitajaribu vile nitaweza. Ni make sure watoto wamekaa kwa maplot ndani.
Uliza kiatu.
Yaani wasio kuna mashida ghetto sana. Hata msiani hiyo corona imeogopeshi manze. Mimi niko hapa tu kusensitize community. Sitaki corona ingekibira.
I saw the need to help women actually get to hospital, especially at night during the curfew hours.
Every performance you see today of music and poetry is dedicated to that service, selfless service. And this would have not been possible without the wonderful sponsorship of none other than the Kenya Film Commission.
Hell should die.
Welcome back. Lugari Member of Parliament Ayub Savula has denied claims that Amani National Congress Party has been severely dented after being sidelined in the recent parliamentary committee leadership changes. Savula, who is also the ANC deputy party leader, maintains that as ANC legislators, they are not in need of the committee slots since they don't want to be associated with the Jubilee administration. This comes a day after reports emerged that the party had resolved to sever links with the Deputy President William Ruto and support President Uhuru Kenyatta.
Sisi kama ANC tulitangaza hatuna haja na kukaa kwa kamati yote kule bungeni kwa sababu muda umeyoyoma. Sisi tutarudi tukae na wananchi tupange siasa ya 2022. Na tukipanga siasa ya 2022 presidential candidate wetu ni Musalia Mudavadi. Tukatangaza pia hatuna haja na kiti yote ya chairmanship ya committee. Ule mwenye anaenda kupeania kiti yote ya chairman committee lazima kichwa yake iwe mbaya, kwa sababu kuna 2 financial years. 1 tumemaliza budget, ni bajeti ya mwisho ya 2021-2022. Sisi kama ANC tutarudi kwa tukae na vijana wakunywe soda, tukae na mama wakunywe soda.
Meanwhile, private security guards in the country are calling on the national government to expedite the implementation of the new private security regulations that were supposed to improve their welfare. Associations representing the workers say the new regulations that were to be effected in January this year were meant to increase their minimum wages from 14,000 shillings to 25,000 shillings. The guards from South Nyanza region have also urged the government to cushion them during the current COVID-19 pandemic, saying it has left them vulnerable to infection, salary pay cuts and loss of jobs.
Tunahitaji kwamba tupewe protective equipment so that na sisi pia kama maaskari tukue kwa njia ya usalama.
Tunashangaa kwamba katika kitengo hiki maaskari hakuna mahali wamekuwa allocated hata shilingi moja, na ili hali wao ndio wanachukua temperatures wa watu ambao wanaingia kila mahali
Internationally now, the Ebola outbreak in the DR Congo's northwest is growing, according to health officials, sounding the alarm weeks after the country officially declared an end to a separate Ebola epidemic which claimed over 2,000 lives. There have been 54 confirmed cases since June 1st in Mbandaka, a transport hub in Equatorial Province, including 22 deaths, according to figures released by the country's health ministry. There were 4 additional suspected cases. The outbreak in is DR Congo's 11th since Ebola was identified in 1976. Of the 12,000 vaccinations carried out over the past 6 weeks, 90% were dispensed in local communities and over 40,000 homes were visited by health workers. According to the WHO, the challenges of responding to Ebola cases amid the COVID-19 pandemic are exacerbated by the inadequate funding and rough terrain. At least 5 people were killed in the town of Makeni in northern Sierra Leone in protests sparked by the relocation of a power plant. The West African state had been planning to move the plant to the country's international airport near the capital Freetown, which is due to resume flights on Wednesday after a months-long hiatus. But an initial attempt triggered a riot. Protesters attacked the offices of President Julius Maada Bio's political party in Makeni, while police fired live rounds and tear gas. A nighttime curfew has been imposed on the town of 110,000 people. The officials have added. Sierra Leone's energy ministry released a statement blaming the unrest on ill-motivated youths. Let's now get to the sport. And marathon world record holder Eliud Kipchoge has been alternating between road training and track sessions during the COVID-19 period, but looks ahead to a return to training camp when the government loosens restrictions. Kipchoge expressed his hope while on the latest round of his COVID-19 relief drive that has seen him distribute food to vulnerable members of society over the last 2 months.
My preparation is going on well. I would only still like the ministry to open the camps and make sure that personally we are going to observe the government directives. We know how serious the COVID-19 is and we cannot actually joke around. So we'll keep all the directions only to get a word from the government, and we are able to do what they want us to do.
Let's end on a good note, at least for me and other fans of Arsenal's. And Mikel Arteta outmaneuvered his mentor, Pep Guardiola, as the Gunners reached the FA Cup final with a 2-0 victory over Manchester City at Wembley. Just the other day, they beat Liverpool, just to remind you. Well, the match winner was Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang with a goal in either half to send the underdogs through. Arteta, who left his job as Manchester City assistant manager to succeed Unai Emery at Arsenal in December, now has a chance to mark his first season in charge with major silverware when the record FA Cup holders play in the August 1st final. Arsenal will play either Chelsea or Manchester United, who face off in tonight's semis in that final. I thought that was the last story. Would have been good to end there. But anyway, Tottenham and Leicester City both have European football in their sights when they meet at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium in today's Premier League clash. Currently occupying the final Europa League spot in 7th place, Spurs will be hopeful of maintaining their position after a run of just 1 defeat in 8 league matches. Meanwhile, the Foxes chase a top 4 finish, and Champions League qualification. Brendan Rodgers' men are 4th with 2 games to go, just ahead of Manchester United on goal difference and a point behind Chelsea in their penultimate Premier League fixture of the season. In the earlier kickoff, Bournemouth hosts Southampton. With 32 minutes past 1 o'clock, that's it for our news update. Next one will be at 7 and 9 o'clock. Have yourself a good afternoon and stay safe.
This is NTV.
I help women find independence by training them in fish farming. It's tough on my back, joints, and can cause headaches. Panadol Extra relieves multiple types of pain. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more. Like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted. And always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
Along came love.
There has been a tragedy, sweetheart. What happened?
You repay me by taking the love of my life away from me. There's no point in being a good man in this life.
They are good people. They really didn't deserve this.
You don't exist! You don't exist!
However hard you try to deny it, I know it was you.
Along came love. Along came love. In association with Blue Band Peanut Butter. NTV, turning on your world. The following program has been rated PG.
It may contain scenes unsuitable for children under the age of 10.
Our guest today is the definition of zeal and hard work. Growing up in abject poverty in Kangundo, county of Machakos, Anita, as many love to call her, narrates to us her story through blood, sweat, and tears. Welcome to the only show that highlights Kenyan entrepreneurs through their losses, lessons, and wins. I'm your host, Martin Kimathi. Welcome once again to Tuzidi na Hustle. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Very
and even
good.
before we go further, let's start by knowing who you are and what is it that you do.
I am Anita. I make floor cushion. We are called Cozy Cushion Galore, and we are located on Ring Road, Kilimani.
And now let's go back. Tell us a bit more of your background, family. How was life growing up?
Good. So I grew up in a family of 11. I am number 9.
Wow.
I have 7 brothers, 7 brothers and 3 sisters. You know, it's a big family, so someone has to work really hard to put food on the table. I would not say it was easy. It was very stressful. You know, as a child, you won't understand why you don't have food. Sometimes we'll go to neighbors and hope they will give us food. And maybe they're also struggling. They don't have food, you know. So I remember at some point, my mom had to boil avocados. We've not had food like the whole day, and she went to the market. She did not manage to sell anything. In 2011, I finished high school. Yes, minim there. Well, I expected to score a B+, but then I scored a B constant. It landed me in Kenyatta University, straight from Eldoret, all the way to Nairobi. So after paying school fee, I was left with 2,000. I was not able to pay for accommodation, so I had a friend, Carol. She saved my life. You know, she hosted me for the entire semester, the first semester. So now I'm starting to learn campus life, to want to balance studies. I want to dress, to put on a nice dress. I want to put on a lipstick, to do my hair. So I started braiding my friend Carol, and she introduced me to she was a year ahead of me. So she introduced me to other students that I could braid. So braiding, I would braid for 200 shillings, a whole head and twist. Somehow I got pregnant in 2017, and luckily, the father of my child was very supportive. So as time went by, you know, pregnancy, it's not easy, so I had to tone it down. Cushion came in. I started feeling uncomfortable, and I was seeking to have something, to sit on something comfortable. You know, when bed was uncomfortable, the couch was uncomfortable. And one day I just felt like I can make this huge cushion. Why not make just a huge large cushion, and I can just lie there.
So it was just a random day.
Yeah, it's
you're uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable, and I want to make.
And you want to get comfortable.
Yes.
An idea pops in.
Yeah, and it's very interesting. You know, I would not expecting this to be a business at all. So when I made the first one, I spent quite a lot of money on it, because I bought a bed sheet, a really huge bed sheet, not bed, duvet cover, let's call it, the red one. So I went to a tailor. I said I want a bag to put clothes in, to put things like, to make a cushion. So my idea was I would put the cloth that I don't use, old clothes, you know, vitamba.
Yeah.
You know, so but then it turned out too big. We want just cut all of it. I want something round, and so that the first one came out too huge. Nikaeka vitamba and things like that. Na ikutoshea. So I had now to learn nini ziwekwa kwa cushion, ni you know, those stuffing that they use in cushion form, shredded form and fiber and things like that. So nika learn. Siku moja nikaenda Gikomba. I bought those things. Remember
You're pregnant.
Yes.
You went to
But
Gikomba pregnant.
yes, but when you want something at kama you ukiwa pregnant, you get whatever you want. So tukajaza, me and my sister. It was so big. Remember, kukiweka kwa sitting room, it was so huge. Like no one was expecting that. But then it was so comfy. My problems zilisha hapo. So my baby came. It was a happy moment. That time I had put aside completely. But then with the help of my husband, you know, my sisters and family supporting me with every day in, day out, I started braiding again. But now clients would still come to my house. A few that remained, you know, after disappointing, you know, braiding, it's very serious. When someone gets used to you, they want to stick, you know, but when you disappoint them, they will go. It's very hard to convince them to come, you see, but then some stayed. And I had this unique style that I was doing, foul locks, that kept a few of clients. They would come to my house and they're like, oh my God, this is so nice. Where did you get it done? This is so comfy. But then I cannot attach a figure, the money that I used on it, because I did it, I removed, I had to do it again, I had to resize. So the first few orders that I made, most of them I made a loss, you see. And then now my neighbors, like, you know, they were familiar with bean bags. Like, oh, I like bean bag. This is a bean bag. So now it started becoming a business. I resumed school in 2018.
So you started making money from cushions?
Yes, from cushions.
That enabled you to resume school?
That with support from now my husband, you know. And I managed to finish in 2019. I graduated in July. But yes, I had high expectations. I did not score the grade that I wanted, I really wished for. I felt a little disappointed, but I just told myself I'll pick from there someday. I still dream to be a psychologist. I want to major in rehabilitation and addiction, because I feel the need to help people who are going through addiction. I'm surrounded with people who are going through addiction in this and that. You know, addiction is a lot of things. You know, when you're starting business, you put in a lot of money and you may not see that money coming back. You know, it's the investment, the returns. So I felt I invested so much, and I felt like I was now making a loss instead of, you know, making profit, because they need to expand. They need to make new products, not just make the huge one. I learned other different designs, and my mind is on fire now. I want to make the coziest cushion ever. I want to make the most beautiful pillow, the most comfortable. I want to make snuggle pillows. I want my clients to feel, yes, this is what I paid all money for, you know. I work on them. I have people helping me. I have a team of 3 persons. Another year came, and Yummy Mommy happened again. I told you she's like my godsend. Like, hello, I would like to purchase another floor cushion. Now I stopped now calling them bean bags, because I don't use the bean bag feeling. I use something different from that. You know, it's floor cushion. So she bought another one, and she posted so many times. It's a big Instagram influencer posting your work. And I was not there. I'm getting clients. Like, and I did not pay. Like, I thought,
Oh, she
wow.
never charged you?
No, she was like, this product is so cool. I like it. So every time she after a week she would just post. And now this year when Corona happened in March, so it was a bit challenging now making these things from where my home where I was making them from, and it was difficult now having to bring customers in, and I also got now to feel the need to expand, to get out there and to have a space somewhere where people can come and see instead of them having to come to my house. But remember, this business is still early. It's still in early stages, mostly investing and learning new. But I will not say I'm not, it's not good. It's been good. I am very grateful for people who talked about the product to their friends and family and, influencers. Grace Kriapa also bought a cushion for me, and she posted many times, and I also got following and customers from her side. I am Anita from Cozy Cushion Galore, and you're watching Tuzidi na Hustle, NTV.
In many occasions, great men and women are introduced.
Unakutana na mtu warawa, Alexander. Wapi ng'ombe?
Sure. But only in few occasions that legends are introduced.
Sauti ya tatu. Nimeonja pendo lako, nimejua umwema.
On this week's Churchill Show Journey Series edition, we feature the amazing story of Alexander Josephus Peter Sankale.
Enjoy the naturally appealing taste of our unique fruit blends. Represent who you naturally are with Juice Drink. Naturally ours with no added preservatives. A quality product from Bidco Africa.
You save by not having to use multiple products. And you only rinse once. For a laundry soap that can help save you time, water, and money, try Whitewash Extra. Brand power, helping you buy better.
Deaths caused by hepatitis surpassed those associated with HIV, malaria, and tuberculosis. 95% of those living with hepatitis don't even know they have this condition, which now increases the chances of passing it on.
It's not easy living with something you know can kill you anytime.
Death to hepatitis A and E is not as alarming as the other hepatitis because majority of the people fight it.
What is hepatitis? How is it affecting us as a country, and why? Get an 8-acre prime residential plot with soil merchants in Kisamis along Magadi Road at 148,000 Kenya shillings for cash buyers or 195,000 Kenya shillings for installment buyers. SMS plot to 21595.
Previously on Tuzidi na Hustle.
Cushion came in. I started feeling uncomfortable, and I was seeking to have something, to sit on something comfortable. When bed was uncomfortable, the couch was uncomfortable, and one day I just felt like I can make this huge cushion.
And what are the future plans for your company?
So I have this page on Facebook I created in 2017 because I wanted, during that time when I was pregnant, I learned that women need support. Women need to be motivated. I have done that. I have empowered a few women. I've trained them the few bit of skills that I know: crocheting, doing hair, making rugs, making bottle decoration, things like that. But then I feel I haven't done enough yet. So I made this page. I've never posted anything on it, and every time I go on my Facebook page, I feel it. I feel the need to do something, you know. It's called Project 1,000 Women. In my life, I hope to empower 1,000 women, like or even more. You know, 1,000, it's just a number, but I may end up empowering more, you know, giving them skills, finding, you know, a way for them to make a living. So now, at Cozy Cushion Galore, we have 4 at the moment. Wow. 4 against 1,000. Yeah, so I would not say that was supposed to be connected to this, but I feel good, and I hope in the near future I will be able to support more than 1,000 women. I hope to expand to other, you know, countrywide, other places. They are beautiful products, right?
They are,
you
and
want
they're very
to have
comfortable.
them in your home, right?
I want to have them in my home,
Yeah.
and you know what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
On the show, we have a segment. It's called Secure the Bag. So you will take me through the process, and we'll make a cozy cushion.
Okay, great.
Made by Martin Kimada and you read me.
Yes, so find us on Instagram. Cozy Cushion Galore is our page, and on Facebook, My Cozy Home.
It is time to secure the bag. I don't know what my task is today. Anita will show me. Normally what happens is I get practical, I get hands-on, and I do what is it that I'm being instructed. And today, like I told you, I don't know the task. We will find out, and remember, use our hashtag Tuzidi na Hustle. I hope on a scale of 10 today, I'll get a 10. You know, that's what I'm aiming for. Let's wait and see. Anita.
Martin, I would like to show you how to make a cozy floor cushion with this black lining. This is the inside to just secure the stuffing. But before we start, I will need you to put on your mask for health and safety reasons when using the stuffing, because the fluffs may spread. Yes, so the mask will protect you.
So it's very fundamental to wear the mask.
Yes, yes, please. So this is the opening. I want you to put the,
just to feel.
Yeah, to feel the top.
Why do you mix the cotton with the sponges?
Okay, so the shredded foam, this one, the sponges.
Okay.
They give the cushion firmness to last longer. You know, to give you a longer service.
Okay.
And the cotton, this is the comfy bit of the cushion. It makes it comfortable. Yeah. So you can feel they have different texture and feel.
Yeah, yeah.
The foam is a bit firm.
Yeah.
And cotton is soft.
It's really soft, actually.
Yes. So this ratio, you cannot just mix it anyhow. This ratio, what you use more, what you put less.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Do you have to fill it to the max?
Yes, please. Jaza kabisa. Vijay. I should not see space.
Oh.
Put your hand inside and push it. You don't want to put that one in here because it's too huge. When you sit on it, you feel it. You feel. Yeah, you shouldn't feel the foam. You can break it. Yes, good. That's a way of saving. Don't just throw it away. Great.
Say imejaa. We still have more.
Imejaa. Sasa unafaa ushone. Kwanza ikalie. Let me show you.
I think this is much better now.
Unaona hata ikijaa, si lazima weke kwa ukuta. Tasimama tu yenyewe. Yeah. And then, unakalia katika. Good.
Good night.
There you go.
Can actually sleep here.
Yeah. Very
it's
good.
already even feeling comfortable.
I'm
like it's really cozy. And we are not even finished yet.
Okay, great. So this is supposed to be black. In case you spill soups or water.
Okay.
Stain it won't show the stain.
This is the inner material.
This is the inner material. So you're going to stitch this up here.
So normally
make sure it is totally.
You prefer when it's black.
Yeah,
black
when it's
color.
black. If it was white or other bright color, and you spill something soup or wine or something color, which will show that stain. Eh?
Okay, so now we knit it.
Yes.
We sew it,
This is the starting point.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as you can see, we finally start the cotton and the sponges inside. Now we are about to sew it. And a funny thing, I'm always doing sewing when it comes to secure the bag.
Very good.
Yeah, it make a consistent thing. Hey, who knows? Maybe this is the next hustle I will jump into. But let's finish the process. So we have to make we make a knot, yeah?
Yes.
So
you have 7 points.
Yeah.
So remember we said about punching bag. So this is what I want you to do.
Okay.
Yes. Until it looks balanced, and you don't want spaces and lumps showing. So good all around.
Call Floyd. Punch it.
Yes.
So how many marks do you give me so far?
I'll give you 8.
8.
Yes, we still have a lot more to do. Yes, so let's get 2 more points. Here it is.
Okay.
Let's make this our
This the
cushion
cover.
beautiful. Yeah. So usually the zip it's at the bottom.
Okay.
No, usually starts at the bottom.
At the bottom.
Yeah. This should be it.
It's like dressing a baby.
A baby that does not want to be dressed.
A big baby.
Okay, good. Dressing a baby that wants to stay.
And now we zip it.
Zip it. There we go. And 1 more point.
Ooh.
So you want to sit on it here. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Let's try.
How does it feel?
Very good. How does it look? Well done.
Good.
I give you 10 points.
Ooh. For the first time ever, I get 10 out of 10.
Good, eh?
On my secure the bag is really good, very comfortable.
Yeah, very comfy. The backrest is comfortable. So we're gonna add 1 more item on this. We want a footrest.
Okay.
To make it complete. Try it. Tell me how you feel about it. Ooh.
Let's try this footrest.
So now let's use it for footrest. Complete. How is it?
After a long day of work, it's really comfortable.
Okay, so if you're feeling snuggly and you want to cuddle something.
Oh.
Sorry. Good. Good. High five. High five.
You're the best. Wow, this is so comfortable. Hey, we're done, people. Goodbye.
Oh, how nice.
Wow, man. I'm telling you, it's so comfortable. This can be a bed.
You want a blanket?
I'm really happy. I'm really super comfortable. And trust me, even feels way more comfy than an actual bed, you know. And so, Anita, kuna duvet?
Yes, kuna moja pale hivi ya
Ni patia duvet tulale bana. Masaa ya kulala imefika.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's too bright.
It's too bright. I like bright colors. You can use it as a bed. You can even get a duvet. And during the day, you can use it as a seat, you know, just to entertain guests. It's really comfortable. I urge you to come and get it.
Do you want a pillow? Complete, eh?
Good night.
Live and direct hapa Jasper reporting kutoka Kakamega. Na niko na mtu hapa anaitwa Matofali. Mtu tunataka tujue opinion yake kuhusu hii corona. Ango, what is your opinion kuhusu corona?
Corona achia wa Chinese. Sisi hapa shida tuko nayo ni masuala ya nzige. Sisi tunataka tu nzige. Kwa sababu sisi watu wa Kakamega tunalalamika sana. Kwa sababu ukiangalia
To get Nzige SEO Skiza tune, dial star 811 star 923 hash.
NTV, turning on your world. The following program has been rated PG. It may contain scenes unsuitable for children under the age of 10.